Come here. Welcome to the Famous Foxes Aftermath Show, live every Sunday on Leicester Fan TV. Come on, you Foxes. Good morning, Foxes. How the devil are you today? How's your weekend been so far? Well, the day is finally here. The 500th game. We're going to talk about the GOAT a bit later, but welcome to the original Sunday morning Leicester City football show. You know what day it is. It's Sunday. It's 9:30 a.m. It's time for the Famous Foxes Aftermath Show, run by us fans in here, but you fans out there. And you know what? Your opinion really matters. So get them comments in now. Let's get going. It's kickoff time. Come on, you Foxes. Or should it be, come on, Vards.
The Leicester City machine is on the march again.
Leicester Fan TV presents a variety of content like fan discussions, match analysis, and engaging with Leicester fans worldwide. We want your views live, thanks to our sponsors, Everard's, Pucker Pies, Hologram, Take Me, Newbie & Co, and the Fox's Arms.
Want to watch more content like this? Hit the like button. Give us your views. Hit subscribe to Leicester Fan TV and make sure to follow Leicester Fan TV on all socials.
All, quite a few mornings there out already. Who's going to the Ipswich game this afternoon? Who's bothered about the result? Is it a win, lose or draw? Who cares? Is it all about Mr. Vardy, the GOAT himself, the legend himself, playing his last and final 500th game for the club? Will he get his 200th goal? He's on 199. Will he get it? Let's hope he does. I don't think the result matters. I've got an abundance of fans here today. I've got young Reedy. Reedy, how the devil are you, pal? Are you good?
Yeah, I'm good, mate. How are you?
I'm good. I've also got Geordie. Jono joining us in between feeding times with Little. How are you, pal?
Tired, but good.
Good. How is baby life? Is it good? Have you got baby brain a little bit, or are you still okay?
Massive baby brain. I thought it was Wednesday earlier on in the week, and it was Tuesday. So,
all right. So you gained a day quite quickly,
yeah.
Did you? Reedy, what do you think then? Come on, pal. We've got the same name as him. Are we as good as him? Is he as good as us? Does he do his job better than us? Is he going to score today, pal?
I'm probably a bit bigger than him, size-wise, so probably nowhere near as good as him. But no, I was very shocked to hear the news that came out earlier this week with him being his final game at Ipswich. Obviously, if things were to happen and he did get that goal, it was probably a very good way to send it off. But if he doesn't score, and obviously he does get his 500th game, which he will do, I was still debating whether does he decide. I don't know who decided to make this his last game. Did he do it? Did the club think let's end it off with 500 and 200? I don't know, but I think if he doesn't get it today, which I think is probably the easiest chance you could probably get to get one, does he play against Bournemouth? I know they've not announced that he will, but you never know.
There was a little bit of nugget of information I think a lot of us missed in a Ruud van Nistelrooy interview about 2-3 weeks ago. And he said that he'd got 3 games left to play when there was actually 4 games left to play. So I think this decision was made. I think this decision was made a good few weeks ago. What would you rather be if you were in his boots, Jono? Would you rather go out in front of 30,000 or would you rather go out in front of 1,000 down on the south coast at Bournemouth, Jono? What would you rather do?
Do what Jamie Vardy is doing. Just finish your last home game with the home fans. The only place where we can spear you on enough to get your final goal. Then if you do score, it's a massive part. I know we're relegated. I know overall the season's been poor, but to give him his final goal at the stadium would be a celebration of what he's done for this club. And it'd be quite odd seeing on Google, he's had 501 appearances. No, I want him to have his.
I'm not saying it's a bad thing if he doesn't play against Bournemouth. I'm just saying it was a.
But that'd be a nothing game.
No, of course not. And I'm not saying he should be. I'm just saying that if he doesn't get his goal today, well, how much does it mean to him to get to that 200?
Not
Because
much.
I think over the last
Yeah.
few weeks, a lot of players in interviews and post-match interviews have been saying they've been just trying to get him that goal, and even like I said, even that free kick he took against
Yeah.
Southampton, you can just see they're really trying to get that goal for him. And as much as we all want it to happen today, if he doesn't, is it just a cherry on top if he could, or is it more he really wants to get that so he's got like a statement of
think-
500 and 200?
I think really that proved a point that in his 497 previous appearances, I'd never ever seen him take a free kick.
No, of course
No,
not.
he
No.
hasn't.
Let's just bring John O's clipped on. Morning, sorry, Nick. Morning, Nick. How are you, pal?
Yeah, I'm all right, mate. How are you?
I'm good. So, what are your feelings on the GOAT today? How are you feeling about it? Are you feeling emotional? Are you a little bit upset? Or are you, you know what? It's going to be a tough one, but I think he's run his course at Leicester. Yes, he's a legend. And everyone keeps going, oh, it's going to be an emotional day and everything. But he's done it. He's done the job for us. No,
I
no
don't
one's
think it's
going to
necessarily going to be emotional, Jamie. I think it's more going to be what you got to remember. We've had him for 13 years. 13
today.
years today of Jamie Vardy doing Jamie Vardy things, scoring amazing goals, and or smashing the corner flag at Sheffield United. Even the whistle against Southampton. You know,
Oh, yeah.
we're not going to see that again, something like that again, because he's not many people around that can do things like that. He's a dying breed, and I think it's a bit of a. It is sad.
And something that I've always said, Nick, is loyalty.
Mm-hmm.
And you don't see much loyalty in football nowadays. And 13 years of loyalty is more than most for the size of Leicester's club. I know we won the Premier League. Yes, I know we won the FA Cup, but we're not classed as one of the big boys. Even teams in the big boys don't. Can you imagine Haaland? I know he just signed an 8-year contract. He won't be there for another 10 years.
No.
He won't have
No.
the loyalty. Once somebody else comes in with a bit more money, he will go. But he has stayed. He has been loyal to the club, even when we dropped into the Championship last time. He could have gone, but no, he stayed. He signed one more contract. And I honestly think he's a legend, and he's gone as far as he can. And really, I'm not sure. I think you're about the same as me, don't you? You think he's gone as far as he can, yes?
Yeah, obviously he's 38 now. As much as I did say maybe a few months ago that if the option was to give him one last year to try and get us back to the big time again, I probably would have gave it. I think if we did stay in the Premier League next season, I don't think I would have done it. But I think after what I've seen and what I've been watching, it's his decision. I thought maybe that it was a club deciding not to want to pay his wages for one more year or give him another contract, but it does sound like it's his decision to leave and it's the right time for him. So, and if you're asking for a reset in the club, I think one big, not issue, but one big thing in the club that has been mentioned a load of times is his voice in the club is a lot bigger than a lot of people, and maybe in a way that him leaving might be a good sign to say here's the reset and we focus on the future now because we need to find that new Jamie Vardy. You're never going to replace him, but you're going to try and find that player who can take his role and hopefully move on with it.
See, I think we said this a few weeks, didn't we, really, about the pressure's on for strikers that come in because of Jamie Vardy being there. Now Vardy's not there or won't be there next season. The strikers can make their own little part of history.
You never know. This Jake Evans, I know we've not seen basically anything of him, so I'm not going to go and say he's brilliant already. But someone like Jake Evans, who's 16 or whatever is how old he is, he can come into this team now with no expectations to be like, I've got to be better than this guy. He's just got to go into that team and do what he can. And you never know. In 3 or 4 years' time, you never know. I'm not saying he's going to be anywhere near Vardy because I don't think anyone can be, but you just got to find that player that can really flourish under a team that can get back to that top side again. But again, it's just about getting that right person to do it.
See, John, like Andy Meadows has said, Vardy's been a legend, but he has been blocking other strikers from coming to us. Would you agree with that, Geordie Jono?
Yeah. I mean, even though I disagree with Nick. I think it's going to be emotional for me because what he's given me as a football fan and what other fans will never experience is just unbelievable. And what, as you said, loyalty. But do I think it's time for him to go? Absolutely. Like, I don't want him to stay another season purely because I don't want him to, just be at the club with all those wages for no reason. I want a striker to come in and not feel like their position's under pressure regarding how good Jamie Vardy is at the time. And that pressure is released from a new striker. And they might not be, as Jamie has really said, they're not going to be as good as Vardy, but they can stamp their mark on the new Leicester City. That's going to, on the new Leicester City. So yeah, it's time for him to go. I will be sad, but it's time for a whole new chapter for the club.
Yeah, Nick, I think today's game, like I said earlier on, I don't think it's about the result, win, lose or draw. I think we've honestly just got to keep getting the ball to Vardy as much as possible, haven't we?
Yeah, but you could also argue we should have been doing that all season. He's not exactly had to surface all season. Why just do it for one game? So
we've not been doing that. We've not been doing that at all season. We basically gave Vardy nothing, and now we want to give him everything.
Yeah, I think that's wrong. You know what I mean?
He could have got it. He could have got it this season easily. Like,
if he had the service reader, he probably would have gone over to 200.
Yeah,
but he's not given any service.
Has it gone to the point now where it's perfect timing to be like, yeah, get the 200 goal on your last game? I don't know.
Perfect timing was last week against Forest. Was perfect timing.
You know what's going to happen? He's going to score a goal, probably the 60th minute, and that'll be his last touch, and then he'll be subbed. He won't play if he's scored a goal, he won't play the full 90 minutes.
No, because he could get another one.
Because he'll get such a rousing, I can't think of the word, applause and everything.
Ovation.
That's the word. He'll walk off. If he scored that goal in the 60th minute, he will go
I don't know, actually. I honestly think if he does score, I think he will stay till the end. I think he will stay for the 90 minutes.
He'll stay the whole game. He won't get subbed.
He will want to play. I think he will. I don't think he'll just walk off the pitch. I think he will honestly stay on the pitch and stay to the end to show his appreciation.
If he scored the goal, he will get subbed. He will walk right off, down the tunnel, into a taxi to Heathrow Airport to go to Saudi Arabia to sign his new contract for El Nasser.
He won't go Saudi.
He won't go. He'll go to a promoted championship team, whether that's Sunderland or.
He won't go there either. He'll go MLS.
He'll go MLS.
I think he'll go MLS. He'll go MLS. He's got stuff out there with that. Was it Rochester Rhinos?
No,
they've gone. They went bust.
Oh, they gone bust. Okay.
I still think he'll go to the MLS or something. That's where a lot of players do go when they're getting a bit aged and want to have a final career somewhere like that. But yeah, again, we're never going to replace him. He's not going to be anywhere near be able to be replaced. But it's just about moving forward now in a way. And I'm not saying to forget about him because you're never going to forget it. But just today, make sure he gets the best send off possible, and hopefully he gets his goal. That's the main thing.
So there is talk about Celtic or Rangers, isn't there?
He could go to Mr. Rogers.
Back to Brendan Rodgers.
There's talk of it all over, hasn't there? About going to Celtic.
You never know.
I just don't see him going for another Premier League club. I think, like you say, he could go Rangers or Celtic. He could go MLS. I don't think he'll go Saudi.
Just don't go to a championship team, please. Just don't go to a championship team.
I don't think he'll do that. I don't. He's got like Jamie said, the loyalty he's got for Leicester. He couldn't. I don't like people saying Forest for a backup striker. He would never do that. Like
no, he will never go to Forest.
There's certain clubs where people are saying, "Oh, will he go there? Will he go there?" He's not going to go to anywhere that kind of conflicts with Leicester in any way.
No.
Right, okay then. Just one thing, as we're talking about subs on the hour and that. 54th minute, you've probably all heard about this. There's a 54th minute of applause at Leicester City at the game today. Please join us and help us spread the word. Fans of both clubs. Steve Worsdall from Blaby, an avid City fan for many years, sadly passed away on pancreatic cancer on the 29th of April. He was 54. Steve was sadly missed by his dear friends and families And please, can you applaud on the 54th minute to pay a tribute to one of our own that sadly lost his life last month. It's so sad at such a young age. It would be quite apt if Vardy did score on that 54th minute. That would be one hell of a celebration and tribute to him if it could happen on the 54th minute. If we can give it a 54th minute of play, applause for Steve, it would be absolutely fantastic. It really would. So hopefully it's been spread the word. So please spread the word and please stand up and applaud on the 54th minute for Steve. It'd be much appreciated. Right, let's as we're talking about sad notes, we'll talk about Vardy in numbers. Quick quiz for you three and anybody on the comments. Who did Vardy score his 50th goal against? 50th club goal.
Man United.
Nick?
Chelsea.
Jono?
I want to go with Arsenal. I love scoring against Arsenal.
Anybody in the comments? So you've said that. Who did he score his 100th league goal against?
See, I saw a video on Twitter, and I'm trying to remember.
100th league goal. I was there. Club goal, sorry, I mean. Not league goal, club goal. I was out of that game.
Is it home or away?
West Brom.
Yeah, I was going to say West Brom. I was seeing West Brom and Villa.
I'm trying to remember because I saw a video on the Leicester socials about it, and I'm trying to remember from each bit when it was.
50th goal and his 100th goal. One was they were both at home actually.
West Brom.
LCS says Arsenal. Derek says West Brom. Chris says Liverpool.
I'm going to go Sheffield United.
Well, so far, you're not very good, are you? Because you're all wrong. You'll be quite surprised when he scored his 50th goal. It was a penalty in the rain.
Oh, against Southampton?
No.
No, it weren't that one.
It was against Everton, the day we lifted the trophy in 2016.
Yeah.
That was his 50th goal.
Mad, innit?
And his 100th goal was at home. It was meant to be the return of the king, but he got sacked a week before.
Ranieri?
Yes. It was against Fulham.
Ah, yes.
It was his 100th club goal was against Fulham on the 9th of March. It was 2019.
I couldn't tell you who he scored his first goal against because I remember him going through on goal and lifting it over the keeper on his head.
His first Premier League goal was against United.
Not Premier League goal.
No,
I mean,
his
first
goal was against who, lads and lasses?
I can't remember.
It was Championship, wasn't it?
I remember seeing the goal. He beat the keeper in the air.
Yeah, his first ever goal it was a ball put through by Matty James and he lobbed the keeper from about 18 yards with his head.
Yeah, I don't
Preston?
know who it is.
No, it was Torquay in a League Cup game on August the 14th.
No, we'll never would have got that.
It's a goal that's been shown on TV 1,000 times and 1,000 times.
Yeah, but when you put in the moment, it still goes out your head, doesn't it?
No, these things are... Aggie was
I'll tell you something.
To be fair, Jamie, I remember the goals he scored rather than who he scored against.
Yeah.
Like, for me, the Liverpool goal where he smashes it on the half volley will forever be ingrained in my head.
You know, the other one that I think is up there is the West Brom goal where Mahrez again over his shoulder.
Which
one? The volley.
Which one? The first one or the first time he did it against them, or the second time he did it against them?
I think the volley one
where he lobbed it over the defence and he hit it first time across goal past Ben Foster.
See, for me, I think the first one on the Greatest Escape.
What, the 3-2?
With his mohawk and he runs into the crowd and goes mental.
One of my favourite goals shows that he's really intelligent. People say him as this guy who runs at people and just absolutely pelts it. It's a goal he scored against Man City during COVID at Man City with the back heel. That was so clever, an unbelievable goal.
Did that against Germany for England?
Yeah, he did that Germany.
that was his second time he did that because he scored his first England goal like that.
Yeah, and
Against
not
the
many
Germans.
players score a hat trick against Pep Guardiola, and he scored 2 against him. So
Yeah, he
Well,
scored- he
I'll tell
scored-
you now. I know where he scored his 200th goal.
Yeah, it won't be Bournemouth.
Yeah.
Really, are you going Bournemouth because you thought that was going to be his last ever game?
No, I'm not actually. No, I am not going to Bournemouth away. I decided that before the Brighton game when we was away, and we drew 2-2, and I thought, no, I knew it was before. I think it was before we were announced we were relegated. So I was like, I don't want to be there if we are relegated. Like,
Yeah, but you could have seen
recently.
Daka start then, Reader.
Yeah, I could do, but I could see him on the TV, mate. So
Yeah, you can see him start again.
no, you wouldn't because it'd be irrelevant. We wouldn't even touch
He'll
the
be
ball,
gone
so we
by
wouldn't even
then.
see him
He'll
on
be gone at
TV.
the end of the season. So you could have said you've seen Daka start.
it's fine.
Talking-
It's fine.
Talking of numbers, we're still on numbers. He scored 182 league goals and 17 cup goals. 144 of them have been Prem and 38 have been Championship goals. It's not bad going, is it? 182 league goals.
I mean, he's up there in Premier League goals with some of the all-time Premier League great. I think it's 14th or 15th on the Premier League list.
I think it is.
And like,
I think he's he is top. I'm sure he's top of.
He's top
the
of
amount
the,
of
on
goals
the over
he
30.
scores over
I'll
30.
go
Mo Salah will
30,
overtake
yeah.
him on that. Mo Salah will overtake him on that eventually, but to
That's
be
if Mo Salah will still be around. If he could end up going to Saudi.
He nearly
to top
went
up
this
his
year.
pension fund. You did.
He nearly
Yeah,
went
but
this
he's on a
year before he
2-year
got
I don't
deal.
think it'll be beaten.
but his records, as if he played for a top 6 club, he'll be regarded as one of the top strikers in Premier League history. But the fact he played for Leicester, he won't be, which is a shame. But his numbers are insane for a guy who only came in the league at the age of 25 and played for non-league football for most of his career. You know what I mean? It's crazy.
That's the scary thing. When he was in his early 20s when he signed for us.
He looked like
Imagine-
a 17-year-old, to be honest, in that
I know
first
he
league.
did, but you think how many, what he could have, even more he could have achieved if we had him early doors. Do you know what I mean? When he's in his 16, 17, whatever. It's scary to think, really, that he's only been around 13 years and look what he's accomplished in 13 years. Most players
Yeah, a
in
lot more
clubs
than,
don't achieve that
Harry-
in their whole careers.
A lot more than Harry Kane.
Yeah.
Harry Kane
I think
had to go
because
to
actually-
a big club in Germany to actually win something, and it took him 2 years to win something. Where Bayern Munich are a team that just win and win and win and win.
What a shame.
I mean, you think he's won 1 Prem, 2 Championships, 1 FA
He's not
Cup,
won- I
1
was gonna say
Charity
he's not
Shield,
won one Prem, has
and a
he?
Golden
Right.
Boot.
I thought you were talking about Kane.
No.
He's got a better English football heritage, not for country, obviously, but for league football. James Vardy's got a better career than Harry Kane. I know Harry Kane scored the most goals for the Spurs, but we scored the most goals for Leicester City, and he's won 2 major trophies. That's more than Harry Kane
For me, it's like when people say, "Oh, who's the better striker at Kane and Vardy?" For me, there's no doubt about it. The accomplishments and the trophies that Vardy's got compared to Kane just shows you might be a better striker in a way you can finish better or you can score better goals because you're a poacher or whatnot. But for me, there's no doubt about it. Vardy, and for me in the Premier League, he's probably top 10 minimum.
I've always
best
said it for
strikers.
years regarding Kane that he only looks good at Tottenham is because Son and the others did his running for him. He was basically a goal hanger. That's all he had to his game. It was a goal hanger and penalties. It's why I dispute his England career. It's all well and good smashing San Marino, Liechtenstein and all that lot, but the likes of Rooney, Lineker, Shearer and all that lot, they were doing it against teams like Italy, Brazil, etc. Bigger teams. So
I also think
Kane's
Vardy's
overrated.
one of the best players in Premier League history to do that run. So when a player's doing a through ball, he's the best player to turn another player. I think there's been in Premier League history. He knows exactly when to run. He knows exactly where to run to. Like that Fuchs goal for his 11th goal in a row. You know what I mean? Yeah. That is. I can't think of another player better than at those runs than he was.
Yeah. Talking of that winning season, there's 3 of the team that's there today, isn't there? Danny Drinkwater, Shinji Okazaki, and there's one
Matty James.
Matty
James. Oh well, he wasn't really part of it. He was out injured, wasn't he?
He was, yeah.
But also
That's
the
one
manager.
thing that annoys me. And sorry, Jamie, that's one thing that annoyed me more than anything is some of the players that certainly that we won with the Premier League. You know, like your Morgans, your Hoofs, and stuff like that. The way they were just passed out. You'd think if the option was there to get him in the coaching side of things, who better to learn off of? You know, Albrighton went to Villa. Why was Albrighton not with us? Who better to learn to cross a ball in?
I've said this before.
I don't get it
about Albrighton and Morgan going to Forest and to Villa. Why weren't they given jobs with us in some capacity?
Yeah,
don't worry, Andy King was.
But aren't they born and bred like in their areas though? Isn't Morgan from Nottingham and isn't Albrighton from
is a Villa
Birmingham?
fan.
Yeah, but there's certain players, really, for example, like Nugent, for example, he never moved out of Leicestershire.
No, he's still
No,
there.
I do get it. I'm not saying it's
a
right. I'm
no-brainer.
just saying, yeah.
And who better to learn? You know, for example, like a Jake Evans, we're all pinning our hopes up. He's going to be the next big thing to come through our academy as a striker. Who better to teach him than Jamie Vardy?
Well, yeah,
he's been teaching the last 3 or 4 years. So
I reckon he'll go away for a couple of years and then come back as some kind of in coaching capacity.
He has said he said he's not the end for him.
When the right man comes back to Leicester, I think he'll come back as a coach of something. And I was going to say that his manager that signed him, Nigel Pearson, is there today as well. Big Nige.
Yeah.
Listen.
I thought you were going to say something then, John, when you went, yeah.
No, I think him leaving is also a big step. The fact that he's adamant that he still wants to play is another sign to the club saying, get your act together. The fact that he's, he wants to play, he's not retiring and he wants to play more football, and him leaving now is another statement to the club saying, I don't want to be here anymore. And the fact that he says, I want to say thank you to Susan. I want to say thank you for all the staff, except he did not mention Rudkin's name. Again, that's another red flag.
I only think he got this year's contract on the back of what he said at the Haymarket on the balcony when he was interviewed by the announcer. Are you going to say? And he said it's up to Rudkin. Because let's be fair, all of a sudden it was done and dusted really quickly, weren't it?
He even said it. Said after that. After he said that, he said, I knew you'd all boo.
But we haven't even talked about the game. All we've been talking about is Jamie Vardy, which I think
there's no need to talk about the game.
It's about the game. It's about one person. That's it. The Ken Power's going to be full for one reason. That's one thing only. That's Jamie Vardy. That's it. And him scoring will be amazing to see.
I mean, to put it
I'll be emotional. It'd be the end of our Premier League winning era. No more players will be at the club after he's gone. Played in that season. That's another era.
The last time I felt like this was when Muzzy Izzet called it a day with us.
See, I'm not in the same kind. I'm not in that same mentality, Nick. I don't feel.
Yeah, but you watch, I mean, for me, Muzzy Izzet, when he called it a day, I mean, yes, he went to Birmingham afterwards and stuff like that, but you were watching him, what he was able to do at Filbert Street, and you kind of fall in love a little bit with the player, and you're like, he's brilliant, and he becomes like one of your heroes. See, for me, I know I'm older now, I'm closer to 40 than I am 30, but Jamie Vardy for the last 13 years, and I've gone through some major things in my life, but Jamie Vardy's always been there, and it's always put a smile on my face, doing what he's done. You know what I mean? And it's just weird not being able to see that sort of player on the pitch wearing the Fox again, because I don't think we'll ever see somebody like that.
It will be strange, but this season has sort of made me fall out of love with particularly one person of that clown that's in charge, has made me fall out of love with this club a little bit. So I don't think that's why it's not really affecting me so much, to be fair. But the thing is, players come and go. Managers come and go. But us fans stay here forever. We don't. Our loyalty is there forever. Players come and go. Managers come and go. They come and go as they please wherever the money is. We stick through thick and thin. So that's why I don't feel such a great loss. Yes, what he's done for us, absolutely fantastic. He's legend status. He scored loads of important goals for us. He scored some not many important goals, but every goal has counted. That record won't be beaten. He's the third highest appearance maker. He scored the third highest amount of goals. I very much doubt that'd be broken by anybody. But again, players come and go. They always say, don't fall in love with loan players. It's players come and go. But fans will always be there. That is what we've got to remember. Vardy will go. Somebody else will come in and try and take his place. We've got to build for the future now. I know that sounds a bit of tough love, but it's the truth.
No, it's true. It is true.
No,
Again, you now that this reset that everyone's been talking about, the best part of Vardy leaving is obviously the wages and him leaving. It opens up that strike spot to someone who wants it.
And
that's
the money.
the main thing.
If all the
Jake Evans has
players,
got a freedom now to. If I don't know who starts today, will it? Against Bournemouth, will it be Daka? Will it be Evans? I don't know, but again, a bit of freedom to know that you're not going to be subbed by Vardy or you're not going to be replaced by Vardy. It's going to be you moving forward, or it's going to be someone else moving forward when it comes to next season. I don't know, but yeah, I agree with Jamie. It's a brilliant honour to have him at the club, but I think good time for him to part ways and look to the future.
You watch this reset not happen.
No, you never know. You never know. I'm just saying,
you've already selling other players.
it's a
You
big start to a reset in a way of
We've
like.
already had a project reset that never got off the ground, so I can't see why this one should happen. Anyway, Nick, very quickly, we'll do a quick score prediction before we go because some of us have to work on a Sunday. Quick score prediction, Nick. What do you think? I know Vardy's going to score in your prediction, but what score?
2-0.
2-0. Rightio. All right then, Nick. We shall see you later. Cheers for joining us, mates.
Cheers, guys. Have a good one.
See you later, mate. Cheers, pal. Thank you. Geordie Jono up there in cold and wet Newcastle, as it always is. Score prediction. I know doesn't mean a lot. It's only 2.8 million if we get one more place higher. But who would have thought we'd finish 1 or 2 places behind Man U and Spurs and get relegated? If you'd have said that at the beginning of the season, if we finish 1 or 2 places behind Spurs, we'll be in the top 10. Anyway, Jono, score prediction. Everyone's going 2-1 so far. Craig's gone 2-1. LCFC Gray's gone 2-1. Liam's gone 2-1. Bazza's gone for 3-1. Come on then, Geordie Jono.
2-1, Monga and Vardy to score.
Monga. You're not saying Vardy with the last kick of the game, are you?
I'm saying 1-1, final 10 minutes, Vardy will score.
Oh, that's pushing it a bit. Baz has gone for a 1-1 draw. Like I say, I don't think the result really matters, to be honest. Probably a bit of confidence. Vardy hat-trick, says Mark Watson. Let's hope so. Let's hope Vardy's a bit proactive. LCFC, Dan's gone for, can you imagine him walking into the room? Or Mr. Rudkin's coming into the room? He'll be hating that. Bill's gone for 1-0. Derek's gone for 1-0. Right, what did you say, Jono? 2-1, didn't you?
2-1, Monga, Vardy to score. Right,
you guys pal. We shall see you later, pal. Be good. Thank you for joining us. Cheers, mate. Read it. You and me, pal. David's gone for a 3-2. Terry Payne. No. Couldn't be doing with that, Terry. Vardy misses a penalty, then scores. Feed the goat and he will score. Adam. No relation, he says. I bet you're glad of that, Dan. Adam's gone for 2-1. Fees. Is there a watch along today? No, unfortunately, we have all our team go to the games, I'm afraid, Fee. Everyone goes to the game. So can't do watch alongs at the minute until we find someone that doesn't go to the games. Liam Terrence, watch. Terrence, that should be the only goal. Yeah, Vardy, only goal. Come on then, Reader. You're the last one on here. Score prediction for you.
Imagine the. I don't actually know. I'm not going to say it. I can't say the imagine bit.
Say it.
Imagine we lost 2-0 and didn't get the goal. Oh, imagine that. It would be horrible.
There was a comment earlier. Sammy Smodic was playing for Blackburn and scored 2 last year in the last home game of the season, and he's playing for Ipswich again today.
Yeah, you never know, but let's just hope for the best. I'm going to go 1-0 Vardy. You know it's going to happen. 94th minute winner. And then he will be running around the whole pitch, and that is it. You never know, he could get a goal in the first 10 minutes, and it'll be done and quite easy.
To start saying his wife is a grass, that will give him a bit more.
I don't know, because this season that's not helped one bit, because he's not really got revenge from anyone saying it this season. So you never know. Again, just as long as Vardy gets a goal, I don't care if we lose 5-1. As long as Vardy scores that one goal, I don't care. And if it isn't meant to be, then he's got 500 games for us, and he can walk out happy in a way. So
he scored 199 goals for the club. That's 199 more than you and me scored for the club.
He probably missed that penalty against Wolves on purpose. You never know.
If he scored them 5 other penalties and got an immaculate record with penalties,
he's done it all positioned right to score today.
It's written in the cloud, written in the stars, as they say. Right then, Reedy, we shall see you later, pal. Be good.
Bye-bye.
See you later, mate. Right then, lads and lasses, much appreciated. Thank you for joining me once again on a Sunday morning. I know it's hard work getting up at this time of day to watch me with this face for radio, but I'm all prepared. I forgot to show you earlier. There we go. Jamie Vardy. Chat shit, get banged. What more do you want? Did you see the bottom bit? There you go. What more do you want? Well, a little bit of homework on this momentous day. Please like and share whatever platform you're watching on, whether it's on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn. Go and like and share it. Much appreciated. There goes the final whistle. So it's ciao, ciao, adios, goodbye. I hate to say this. Todd Sabine. See you later. Come on, you foxes. Even more. Come on, Jamie Vardy.
The Leicester City machine is on the march again.
Leicester Fan TV presents a variety of content like fan discussions, match analysis, and engaging with Leicester fans worldwide. We want your views live, thanks to our sponsors, Everard's, Pucker Pies, Hologram, Take Me, Newbie & Co, and the Fox's Arms.
Want to watch more content like this? Hit the like button. Give us your views. Hit subscribe to Leicester Fan TV and make sure to follow Leicester Fan TV on all socials.